Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with me, Kid K. Mirai. Let's hit it and get started. In our last episode, we took a nice long journey up, down, and all around the Kingdom of Hallownest to pick up some various things we couldn't get to before. And we're going to continue with that now, and also head to some new areas we've never been before. First of all, we're going to head to the top right of the Green Path map. Up to the area where we first met Zote, who, we learned last episode, stole our girl Bretta from us by, I guess, generally being Zote. I mean, I like Zote, so I can't really fault Bretta, but on the other hand, he is kind of a huge liar. I like Zote as a character. She likes Zote as a dude. Which I can't fault her for. Anyway, actually there is an achievement you can get if you leave Zote to die. If you just like don't save him from the Vengefly King there, then if you come back to this area like right about, you know, this time in the game, you will find him dead and get the achievement Neglect by leaving him to die. I've never done it. I never plan on doing it because Zote is awesome, and I would never do that to my my buddy there. That's not the kind of completionist I am. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but just not my thing. Okay, so here we are in a brand new room, and it says we don't even have a map for this area. It's interesting because it seems like it was, you know, just sort of right here waiting for us. Ah! I always forget that. It's funny. I'm actually wearing the Fragile Greed charm right now just for exploration purposes because I don't plan on dying. And so as I kill enemies, check it out, because see that coin there that was glowing? That's the extra geo that pops out if you're wearing Fragile Greed. And to tell you the truth, I got myself up in here. Whoops, fell. That was a stupid fall of the video. I got myself up in here a lot sooner in my very first playthrough, like while I was messing around in Green Path for the chest with one geo in it. My very first time in Green Path, I got up here, and it could have ended quite badly for me, but because of what I'm about to show you. But you can hear that there's a grub down there. Down I go. Down I go straight into a mini boss that I can pretty quickly defeat now because my my spell is upgraded since I have gotten the Shade Soul. So it won't take as many hits, but I didn't come with full soul. But anyway, 2 Elder Balders, and as you can imagine, back when having, you know, no spell upgrade, very first time in Green Path, that was kind of difficult, and I actually died a bunch of times and just thought, this is what I should be doing right now, I should be going this way. But, and so I picked up this charm a lot earlier during my first playthrough, but now I know better. It's a lot easier to just wait until now. So it looks like there's just a lot of dead Elder Balders here. I mean, they're cracked. I don't think they're just sleeping. But that charm was called the Balder Shell, and protects its bearer with a hard shell while focusing soul. The shell is not indestructible and will shatter if it absorbs too much damage. Basically, you can wear that, and then when you're focusing soul, you get a shell around you, so that you won't take damage if you're hit while you're healing. It does break your heal, I think. I think it does interrupt your healing, but you won't be damaged. I might be wrong about that. I haven't used it terribly frequently. But as you can imagine, I couldn't have gotten up out of this hole without, you know, Mantis Claw and, you know, my wings and everything. So not too much to do over here besides pick up that charm if you don't have those couple mobility items. There's a grub down there. Can I get to that? Yes, I can. Yay! I narrowly avoided getting hit by stalagmites. Woo. Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh. Excuse me. Pardon me. I guess I have to go around that again. That was the stupid fall of the game. Of the video. But this place is really awfully quiet. And, even though we don't have a map, we can see sort of where we are if we look at the large map. We're sort of between where Green Path is and where King's Pass is, where we first started out the game. So we're going to be connecting up some stuff with a brand new area today. Now here we are on the windswept plains of Howling Cliffs, a small area up to toward the top of Hallownest, where you sort of, and I keep going to check my map, where I am going to pick that up. You see there's a lot of, sort of large dead things around off to this left, and you just simply can't go any further than this. This is like, that's the borders of the kingdom. You can see they've got, the crowned, spears there. Again, a lot of very large, very dead creatures here at the outskirts. Found a king's idol, interestingly enough. And this thing says, no king, no mind, release. Now, if you remember what Bardoon up at the top of Kingdom's Edge had to say, was that, I'm just going to talk while I go around gathering some essence here, that the infection is light, it deals with light, and your mind is lost to light, and that he said that the infection provided a form of unity among bugs, but that you would basically lose your individual mind. So that's kind of interesting that there's a dead bug here in this place, Howling Cliffs, right on the outskirts of the kingdom, that had the thought that no king and no mind. And we also know that the king of Hallownest came from the worm as it died and transformed, and that he not only was the ruler but the creator of the kingdom in some respects, to some degree. If you remember, from the very, very, very beginning of the game, the poem by Monomon the Teacher in the very, very first cutscene, it was actually the first thing that we saw in the game. That's a hidden thing. Let's see what's down here. But oh, cool. This is gonna be like a Wanderer's Journal or something. Yeah. That poem said, in wilds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we changed, base instincts were revealed. Or, I forget if it was revealed or some other word, I'm not entirely sure on that. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. Base instincts were redeemed, that's the word. So, it's almost as though, then that was called Elegy for Hallownest. So it's almost as though in that, I shouldn't say almost as though, in that poem, it talks about the creation of Hallownest, that there are wilds beyond this kingdom. None could tame their savage souls, so perhaps there was that unity of mind, but, savagery, basically. But the Pale King that came from the worm in creating Hallownest in some way, like, elevated the bug's mind. weird cave over here. Now this is important. You gotta pay attention to this. Came through another hidden place. That's weird. It's like it's a big... I'm guessing that's dead because it didn't like just suddenly be like doo-doo-doo like Gigi did to us when we came up to her in her cave. So inspect the corpse of a large bug. Okay, definitely dead. And it's wearing some kind of like sacking cloth. Well, you know what we do to corpses besides loot them? We dream nail them. What didn't really seem to do too much except make red dream catchers appear. I do have to, speaking of dream catchers, I do have to go and finish with that essence tree when I get back out of here. I'm gonna have to go strike it again. But now this is more lit up. This is red, and you can see this big thing in the background. I'm gonna smack it. It's almost like we're striking a fire. In fact, that is what we're doing. Everyone, this is the very out of the way starting point of some DLC for this game that is really super fun, the Grim Troop DLC, which is really cool, and it's like a lot of people's, you know, favorite characters and favorite part of the game, actually. That's just the start off, like I said, but we're going to be seeing some more cool stuff having to do with that later on in the video. First, I'll have to re-trigger the essence tree and continue my hunt. But, I got a little sidetracked there. But, like I was saying, so it's interesting now we come to a part of the kingdom that's just, like, completely desolate. We're seeing a lot of enemies from, you know, the beginning of the game. Again, the Vengeflies and the Tick-Ticks and Crawlids and them. So, you know, we're definitely sort of back where we started. And remember, the knight, our little duder here, came from somewhere, you know, farther away and walked through King's Pass to reach her. And now we are walking toward our friend Cornifer! Yes! Hello, Cornifer. Enjoying the bracing air. We're quite close to Hellenist's borders and those desolate plains that surround it. I was just talking about that, Cornifer. In this direction, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. Have you noticed that every time Cornifer is in a new place, he says it's like, it's a welcome change or an interesting change from, you know, wherever he was before, except Deep Nest where he was terrified and Fungal Waste where he thinks it smells awful. I've drawn out a small map for the area. It's a simple one and more for completion, really. Not knowing the full extent of a region can be quite frustrating. Yes, I will buy a map. Now we can finally see where we are. I chanced upon a strange bug atop these cliffs. His house isn't far from here. A very imposing figure he was, no doubt lethal with a nail. I suspect you two might share more in common than him and I. And you just think the same things as always? Yes. Okay. But now we can see our map. See, it's sort of just kind of a shadowy place, and I'm not done with that tree, as you can see by the fact that it's still a pink pin on the map. I'm gonna finish with that before going into the cave that was behind Cornifer, but he just mentioned that there's somebody big and scary in these parts, so wonder who we'll be running into soon enough. Something cool, probably. We're just sort of headed upward until we headed downward and dropped right on top of that poor Crawlid. Okay, so we're right above Cornifer now. should hopefully be almost done with the tree, because I want to head back down there. It's nice to be wearing the... Okay. It's nice to be wearing the Fragile Greed charm when we're in this kind of a place where there's fairly simple enemies, so that you can get a little bit more geo for them. Almost. No, that seems like it's going to be the end of the room, so I must have missed one somewhere. Oh well. Oh well, let's go in this cave first, and then I can go back down and check out where that might be. It's awfully dark in here. I have the feeling I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for stalactites. Over here. There's a bunch of venge flies. That one just appeared out of nowhere. Ghost venge flies. It's just a lot better than the ghost aspids you get in Kingdom's Edge. Oh. He just leapt at me. I'm like, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, are you seeing, the butterfly silhouettes and shadows? Well, there must be one of those, cocoons around. Interesting that there's just, like, regular husk bugs in this, you know, remote cave. Next in here. And this is really pretty. Look at this, there's so many butterflies. This must be a real big cocoon. Oh! Joni's Blessing. It's a charm, I think. Yeah. Joni's Blessing. Blessed by Joni, the kindly heretic. Transfigures vital fluids into blue lifeblood. The bearer will have a healthier shell and can take more damage, but they will not be able to heal themselves by focusing soul. Basically, Joni's Blessing, it costs 4 charm notches, so it's pretty expensive charm notch-wise, but it converts all of your white health masks into the blue kind, and you have more of them than you would otherwise. But as it says, you can't heal by focusing, you can only heal by going to a bench. So it's most useful in boss battles where you know you're not going to have very much time to heal anyway, like very fast moving bosses that don't really give you many outlets to heal, that you may as well just have the extra health available for. So this, I guess, body is... Oh! Never mind, now we have a ghost. Ah, I see you bear my blessing. I can't remember giving it, but my memory has been a little lacking of late. It says Blue Child Joni. Isn't it just so peaceful here? Such a perfect place to rest. And I can't dream nail her because she's a ghost. But, if you remember this, some of the stuff that's talked about with regard to lifeblood, precious lifeblood, and, I'm gonna find the, life seeds, if I can. It's probably up close to the top. Yeah, life seed. Filled with lifeblood, extract and consume for healthful purposes, and then, you know, it makes you feel healthier, the hunter says, and that's true. Interesting that a person who, you know, is surrounded by it and has a blessing that confers, you know, a great deal of it upon the bearer, would be called a heretic. I wonder if that's because, you know, the bugs of Hallownest tend to use soul, or rather, you know, higher beings like, you know, I assume the Pale King considers himself a higher being, would use soul, you know, instead. And so something that makes you unable to focus soul to heal could be considered heretical. Who knows? Okay, just to say something. I just didn't know if maybe he would say something different because we went down in that cave. Just give me a second and I'm gonna see if I can find that last essence. Okay. This will hopefully, when I hit it. Okay, so there was just one, and it's up and to the right somewhere. Okay. No, up. Jump, silly goose. Not over here. Ooh! I didn't see this. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch never-ending. There is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. There we go. Alright, that's our confirmation that, you know, at least what the propaganda tells you is that, oh, no, there was two, and money. At least what the propaganda tells you is that only in Hallownest do bugs have, you know, an individual mind. That's interesting stuff. Give me 1 second, I'm just trying to make sure that I've got... Yeah, okay. I think I got everything to do in this room. But, including injuries. But, so, pretty cool stuff already, even though this is, you know, kind of a desolate area. Okay, and we are going to go up to the top where we were almost about to be able to leave before I came back down to go in the cave where Joni's blessing was. Hey, do you recognize, the lampposts there? Like the ones that lead up to Dartmouth. Okay, so we just got more area here. I thought it was safe because that guy was walking around down there, but it turned out it wasn't. Okay, more soul totem. See, I don't think, you know, it's a mistake that you can find something like that right here on the outskirts. Oh no, this must be the house that Cornifer was talking about, so maybe we'll find a big imposing guy in it. Oh, this looks kind of familiar. Like, you know, having the skulls in the background. I think we may have found the third brother. Hello. This is now Master Mato. We've already met Oro and Shio. Ah, well met. Yes, I thought I could sense an aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. No, don't speak a word. I, Nail Master Mato, who was taught the art of the nail by the great nail sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately. You're not going to make me pay. Yeah! Fight me! Mastered the Cyclone Slash. We hold X to concentrate energy and release a button while holding up or down to perform the Cyclone Slash.
Hele sommet.
Your form, exquisite. Now I know how my own master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. Yes, when I saw you perform my nail art, I felt a bond between us suddenly flash into existence. You honor me beyond words, my pupil. Thank you.
Bam. Finden.
Always should bow when people bow to you. Isn't that sweet? Like, Oro was very, gruff about it, and Shio talked a lot about how he, wasn't really so interested in the nail and nail arts anymore, but Mato is, like, totally into it, and he's really happy to have taught us.
Bam. Finden.
You honor me beyond words, my pupil. Thank you. Okay, so that's the same. What do you have about in your mind? My brother, Shio. How fare you in that green kingdom of thorns you call home? I think of you every time I raise my nail. Do you ever close your eyes and remember the time we spent together with Oro and our master? I like to think you do. So they all, think about each other. He's thinking of Shio. Shio was thinking of Oro. I think Oro was thinking of Mato. And I think what Oro was thinking about was like that those two had quarreled at some point. And Shio was worried that, Oro felt like upset about something, and that was why he'd exiled himself to Kingdom's Edge. I'm gonna go out and save and come back in and see if he has anything different to say if you come back in. I'm actually not sure about that. Let's see if he's just chilling. Oh yeah, look.
Goaname, Churo?
That nail art, the dash slash, learnt from my brother Oro, was it not? So he is still alive, then. I still haven't forgotten what he owes me, and I never will. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with such things. I'm happy that you were able to train under another nail master and grow stronger, my pupil.
Garo Enele?
Ah, so my brother Shio has taught you his nail art, the Great Slash. How lucky you are to have trained with him. Shio and I were very close when we trained together under the Great Nail Sage. He often spoke of becoming tired of the nail arts and wanting to try something new. I'm glad to see he changed his mind and continues to bear the proud title of Nail Master along with me. Well, he is also doing art, but that's okay.
Hele Somet.
Before you leave, rest and meditate with me for a while. Your company is always welcome. And you can sit. And you kind of just chill. Have a meditative moment here. But now it's time to go. So now we have... Oh, I should actually show you it. Hold on. It's cool. I just went and sat. But, you could do like a spin attack like in Legends of Zelda. So now we actually have... Here we have our nail arts. Basically, the description just basically say, the same things about how you activate them. But now we have all 3 of them. There were 3 slots, and now those slots are filled up. It wasn't actually, known what would go in, like, that area there, but now we do. We actually had a lot of stuff we could sell Lem if we went back to, City of Tears. And just make sure that there's nothing right down here. No, okay, good. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna come up to where Dirtmouth is. Oh, there's one more thing over here. Oh no, we cannot leave without doing this. I have to go back and find it. Up top. Let's see, we went down ways when we went to go see Mato. We need to go up ways for this. I am Gorb! Bow! Bow, 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 bow to Gorb! The great mind. I am Gorb! Ascend, 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 ascend with Gorb! There was no way we were gonna leave Howling Cliffs without seeing Gorb. Gorb and his freak out. Shoot. Gorb, no, don't kill me, buddy. Don't kill me, Gorb! He told me to ascend with him. It's like I was like, I am Gorb, the Great Mind. There was no way I wasn't going to Zim voice that. You can get below him, it's not really terribly hard. You just have to wonder, like, what is this dude? I am Gorb! The Great Mind. The pain! Ascend! Ascend! I am? You are Gorb. Gorb. But now your essence belongs to me. Here lies Gorb, the Great Mind. Nothing more about what is going on with that guy. There will not be any more explanation. It just says, I guess this is our little bit of explanation. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, a mysterious life form that claimed to contain all of the world's knowledge inside of its distended brain. And his quote is just, I am Gorb! Gorb. So we got another warrior dream pretty quickly, so that was pretty cool. And now we're just gonna jet on over this way. And once we hit that screen, what it does is it just drops us down right above where we initially came into the kingdom to Dartmouth. Because if you climb up here, you'll end up back at King's Pass. That was when we first broke that door and busted our way into the game. But now we've come upon something new in town. And you hear the accordion music and see the torches that are very reminiscent of what we hit over in Howling Cliffs. And poor Elderbug is very upset about this. Look there. Something strange and sinister has suddenly appeared. It fills me with dread. I think it best I try to ignore it. Okay. Why must these grotesque strangers intrude on our peaceful little home? Sometimes it feels like the whole world is conspiring to make me uncomfortable. So, basically, the circuses come to town. I'm just saving real quick, and you can see they have signs up all around town. And there's a couple of these spooky tents. First of all, the roads between are dark and long, but the Master's light will always guide us. These guys are kind of like, remember that person that we saw in Queen's Station? I forget what her name was. Willow, who just was eating her little treats. A new land, different from the last. How many more will we see? So I guess they're like cool traveling haunted circus. Okay, well, let's try the little one first. Oh wow. Lady, your butt is weird. What have you got to say for yourself? Ah, did you call us? You called us and we came. We came. You don't look scared. Why did you call us? It doesn't matter. Don't tell me. We came, and I can smell something. Something deep below us. I want it. I want it! You smell something? Lady, you are weird. Ah, that charm. Beautiful. Most precious thing. Little lovely, will you let me see it? Have to show it to me. No, I am not giving you... No, you cannot look at this. Why? Little lovely, don't do nasty things. Don't be cruel. Show it to me. That beautiful thing was made for me. I can smell it. We're not doing that. I'm doing something else. I forgot I was wearing Fragile Greed. That character's name was Divine. And she's pretty cool. What I need to wear is Fragile Strength. She said she could smell stuff. What other character can smell stuff? Could that be Leg Eater? The person who made the charm that she just sort of demanded off of me? Okay, in this case. Have to show it to me. Give Fragile Strength charm. Sure. Guys, watch this. Such a little beauty. Such a smell. Such a smell. So good. So tasty. A perfect, perfect thing just for me. I told you could see it. I didn't tell you could eat it. But she ate it. Beautiful, delicious. You're good, little lovely. You're very sweet to bring me such a gift. Give it back. The one who made my gift? Somewhere below? Yes. Very good gift. Very tasty. Delicious. Give it back.
I've already crossed.
Do you want something, little lovely? You don't want to take my gift back, do you? Ugh, so nasty, so cruel if that's true. Once you give something as a gift, it's lost to you forever. A gift? For you? So greedy. But I can show you something if you're nice to me, little lovely. Will you do a nice thing, lovely? Give them to me. Your Geo. Give me your Geo and I will give you a gift. She stole my charm. And now I have to pay her to get it back. And it's 15,000 Geo. That is pretty sure like the most expensive thing in the game. However, I have 16,577 Geo and I am going to do this. And I'm not crazy. Because it's going to be awesome. But first it's going to be gross. I told you it was going to be gross. And the night, after running back and forth and freaking out and going, oh no, is going to pick it up. Unbreakable strength. Now, this charm has actually become a lot more usable because it, yeah, I can't put it on. Because, this charm is unbreakable. Now I can have the extra strength that, Fragile Strength offers, but it won't break if I die, which means that I won't have to go all the way back to Leg Eater if I die while wearing it. That's one of the reasons why I hadn't worn it up to this point, was because I never knew when I was going to die. So now we have a very, very, very useful charm. However, you robbed us, Divine. This is highway robbery. That smell. Oh, you're hiding something very nice from me, aren't you? Shouldn't hide something so nice. Show me, put it on, quickly. She wants me to put on the other charms, and she will take them and she will also transform them into stuff, but it's also very expensive again. And so I'm not going to do that right now because obviously I don't have the money anymore to do it. Anyway, Dream Miller. Shadow and fire will dance together so prettily, I think. No. Don't know what that means. Divine is super weird. So already this circus has stolen stuff from me, eaten it, shat it out, and made me pay for it. I think Elderbug is right. This place is weird. Like this cool damask pattern in the background. Oh, you must be the one doing the music.
Babala Geno.
You called us. Speak to Master.
Sego Nala.
Speak to Master. You don't have much to say, do you? When flame burns bright inside one's mind, can heed the call across lands and time. You're much more eloquent inside your head. Anyway, this guy's name is
Sego
Brum.
Nala.
Brum. Okay, speak to Master, so I'm just continue on to the right. Into this big open room that looks like a boss room. Uh-oh. Here he is, everybody. The most popular girl in school.
So it was you who called us. Well met, my friend. Well met. I am Grim, master of this troop. The lantern has been lit, and your summons heeded. A fine stage you choose, this kingdom fallowed by worm and root. Perfect earth upon which our ritual shall take place. And you, my friend, your own part is far from over. As the lantern flared, your role was cast, our compact written in scarlet fire. Eager we are to see you commence, but first, some illumination is required. Across these lands my kin now spread, harvesting that essence peculiar to my breed, the flame in dream. Seek my kin, claim their flame, and return it to me. Together, marvel shall be achieved. But don't fret, small one. For this task you won't travel alone. My child shall guide you to the flame and gather within itself that burning essence. Like you, the child plays key role in this task. Only with it by your side will the flame and my kin reveal themselves to you.
Just poofed away. Anyway, I had seen art of Troop Master Grimm there before playing the game, and thought that his character design was pretty cool. That was like one of the first characters that I actually saw some fan art for, and I was not expecting that hissing, sinister vampire voice, you know, to come out of that particular guy. I thought he was going to sound like, you know, way more, I don't know, deep-voiced, sexy, I don't know. But, anyway, I'll tell you about what we're going to be doing with regard to that quest after I make sure Grum doesn't have anything to say. Okay. The flame, seek it out. For master. For our kin. Okay. So, let us go and go sit on the bench, because what he gave us was a charm called Grimchild. And we are going to immediately go and check it out. It says, worn by those who take part in the Grim Troop's ritual. The bearer must seek the Grimkin and collect their flames. Uncollected flames will appear on the bearer's map. So when you wear this charm, you're accompanied by this little fidget here that makes little kitty noises the whole time. Anyway, when you do that, on the map will be these bright red flames here. You can see in various places. And when you go to those spots, something will happen. Actually, we're pretty close to one of them. And I think what we're going to do for the rest of this video is go and get those 3 flames, because I think one of the next things that I was supposed to be doing was some stuff that I actually already did. So I went a little out of order with, from my usual playthrough. So what do you have to say? Oh. To reach Dartmouth, most travelers take circuitous routes around the cliffs beside us. It's a hard trek now, but in the Kingdom's prime things were far simpler. There's an old pass in the cliffs that once allowed easy access. The bridge up to it has long since crumbled away, and even without it, a huge door bars entry. I can't complain, mind you. It's meant we've only ever had to accommodate a trickle of travelers, even during our busiest times. I wouldn't want hordes of bugs to descend on Dartmouth. I like the quiet. You sort of have a horde descended over here, which is, I guess why you dislike it. Okay, that's your usual thing. One thing that I have to do is I have to go in here and see Sly. I'm basically going to go around and see if anybody's got anything. Excuse me. Anything you need to say, because I got the Grimchild, and then we're going to go over to Crystal Peak and see what it looks like to get one of those flames. No, he's gone. Descend. We're in his secret storeroom. Sly, guess what? I'm a parent. I am a babysitter. Come on, baby. Baby! Come on. Oh, Baby can teleport. Hello, Sly. So, another would join our group. I have a gift for you, warrior. As a shopkeeper, I admit parting with it for free is rather difficult. But as the great nail sage, I must recognize your skill. You have mastered the arts of my remaining pupils. Now tradition decrees you too may hold the symbol.
Bama.
Wear it proudly, Nail Master. You should be the last to receive its like. Okay. As it turns out, Sly, the guy who's been selling us stuff all this time, is the great nail sage who taught Oromato and Sheo their nail arts. He's got this gigantic nail here in the background, and I guess he comes down to this, shrine to either practice or think about it.
Bama.
Off you go, Nail Master. I have nothing more to give you. Nothing for free, at least. I'll be up briefly and eager to take your geo and trade for my precious wares. These refined weapons. The battles of Geo were much deadlier. So, we got all 3 nail arts, and now we actually got a charm off the teacher. Are you surprised that it turned out to be him? It, is sort of foreshadowed just by the fact that, as you get more nail arts, he, talks to you about your, talks to you about them and says would you continue your training. He never comes out and says I know those nail arts or anything, but it's sort of alluded to. So Nail Master's Glory, the charm he just gave us, contains the passion, skill, and regrets of a nail master. Increases the bearer's mastery of nail arts, allowing them to focus their power faster and unleash arts sooner. So it just makes the charging time for nail arts a little bit shorter. So now we are a nail master, sort of on par with Oromato and Sheo. Let's see if he has anything different to say. I've been hearing about the strangers that have come to town. They're strange indeed from what's been told. What interest does this tired little place hold for them? I'm thinking you may know the answer to that. None of my business, of course, but I'd be wary of their deals and promises. Keep your nail half drawn if you understand me. I do.
Papasude.
How are your travels, Nail Master? As time goes by, I'm sure you'll only grow stronger. If you see your fellow Nail Masters again, tell them I carry them in my thoughts always, and that they should come and buy something from their old teacher as a mark of respect. Oh, Sly. You turned out to be cooler than we thought. Huh. So even he, sort of commented that these circus guys could be dangerous. Meanwhile, you, I'm sure, have nothing new to say, and if I talk to you, or rather if I listen to you again, all you're going to do is start reciting precepts at me, and I'm not doing that. Zelda.
Papa nada.
Oh no, she doesn't have any.
Muma, Desiree?
Oh, well, have you seen them? The travelers who set up camp outside of town? I was interested at first. Not a lot has been happening lately. But they have a sinister feeling to them. You can feel it, right? I've told Cornifer he's not to speak to them. His heart and his mind are a little too open sometimes. That's true, he might, want to, go traveling with them or something. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I was almost gonna say, why don't we go and get some money off the grub father, but I think we only really found one more grub. Alright, so since we have this charm equipped, I'm not wearing my compass. That's alright. I'm not going very far. Just headed over here because I know where this particular guy is. See, there's a torch here waiting for us, and you'll see what we have to do to capture the flame. A little guy shows up and attacks, and you have to defeat him. It's gonna take me a second because they do just dart around. They dart around and see they can they can go beyond the barriers of they can sort of go into the ground. So it's gonna take a second. Whoops. That. It's almost like you're saying "salud" like in French. What kind of noise is that? I keep going directly into the thing instead of hitting it. Hold on a second, guys.
Goodness gracious sakes. I should shoot it. I was trying to shoot it, but it didn't happen. I'm not gonna let you kill me. It's like you will let me kill you.
There we go. So you defeat that, it's flame consumed, and it went straight into into our friend the Grim Child. Now, factually, I have something else that I want to do in Crystal Peak. So, I will be right back because I want to not make you have to watch me get to it. So, be right back. Okay guys, I'm not wearing my compass, but if I open up the map, we are sort of at the top right of Crystal Peak where we had come upon this spot that we couldn't get to before, but now we can because we have wings. So let's continue up through Crystal Peak. This is actually going to be worthwhile and interesting. That was a new enemy. A crystallized husk. Remains of a bug who died amongst the crystals. Animated by a strange force, it attacks by firing beams of light from its crystallized arms. Now we found another essence tree. The way that you get rid of these guys is you gotta go over and above them. Actually gonna go in here and then we'll have to reactivate the essence tree. But whoops. Drat. Just gonna walk right through you. To a grub. Yay! Yay! Okay. Just taking the Grim Child on an extra field trip. It just sort of bobs around, going, "Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh." But it is a good little child. And I love them. We've been getting a lot of essence. We should probably pay a trip to I didn't even mean to hit that. That was like accidental brilliance. We should probably pay a visit to Seer at some point. Drat. I'm gonna have to go all the way around there again. But it looks like I'm gonna have to. That's okay. I don't usually go back and drink now these. Light refracted, energy contained. It's talking about the crystals. The remember Quirrell actually told us that these crystals had an energy similar to soul, but that was less potent but also less deadly than what you know, the city bugs used as the soul. Anyway, continuing onward and upward in this now empty room because I killed everyone and everything in it. Continuing up and up and up and up and up. Also getting some small amount of our geo back. Could never be bad. It's kind of like their beams of light are kind of like remember the Crystal Guardian that was sitting on the bench taking a nap that we pissed off and had to fight. Long, long ago, the first time we came in here. It must be getting really high. Yeah, take care of it, my thorns. Give me invincibility frames so I can just kind of walk through the enemies. Apologies, ma'am. Now up here things look a lot more gray, and you can sort of hear like a howling wind coming in. Hellenist's Crown. You can't see it on the map because we haven't filled it in yet, but we're actually really high up. Now look at this. Things just lighting up. They're like, it's almost like they're shielded. Remember, way down, and then I will read you that journal entry also. Way down in the palace grounds, there was that body that was just, you know, surrounded by a shield when you tried to dream down. It looked kind of like the, you know, the sigils on this. Like a crown, but it's not the four-pronged crown. Wow. Take that. Pale ore! Nice! That's 2 out of 3. And this statue. Remember light. Remember light. What should we remember about it? That it's dangerous? That it causes infection? What is this creature? Because this creature in this statue's got 3 prongs on their crown. Very interesting. And actually, if you jet off the top of this, it drops you down back into Crystal Peak. We actually fell through that central thing up at the top of this area of the map. Okay, well, having gotten some more pale ore and seen an interesting sight, I'll be right back because I'm just gonna take us back to a place where we can get on a stag. Because what I'm actually gonna do is we are gonna go down to Resting Grounds and see the seer to try to turn in some of this essence that we've gotten. Because we actually have 717. I forget when she last told me to come back. It might have even been at 200. So we're doing pretty good. So I will see you in just a few minutes after I get us to a stag station. Okay, gang, here we are at the stag station resting grounds. Thought we may as well go and talk to the seer, and that'll probably be it for this video. And you know, just as a thing to round it out, because we did get a another warrior dream. We got a couple of you know, essence trees during this video. But first, let me while I'm thinking about it, let me just read you the journal entry for the Grimkin Novice, little fellow that we got our first Scarlet Flame from. Young and playful member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers Scarlet Flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. So, defeated, I think we didn't really kill it so much as just, you know, banished it. You know, I think Grimm said that they go out and collect these flames from around the kingdom. Okay. Shadows dream of endless fire. Flames devour and embers swoop. One will light the nightmare lantern. Call and serve in Grimm's dread troop. So, Shadows dream of endless fire, and it's the nightmare lantern, which is fitting because remember when we hit that, you know, when we dream nailed that corpse that allowed us to first light that large torch, we got those red colored dream catchers that were in contrast to the sort of golden and white ones that we tend to see when we dream nail other things. So did the red ones signify nightmare? This would certainly seem to suggest so. Also, I want to point out, this is another thing that made me think of we should go see the seer. Do you see the this like fence decoration? And the thing that was up on top of Hellenist's crown, which we can now see on our map, is all the way up here. You can even see they drew the statue in. had that sort of archway that had three, spears or prongs on the side. Sure looks like, what's going on here in those decorations. Just something to think about. Hey, Grandma. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. Ah, your dream nail holds over 200 essence. You're proving your talent in its collection. Have you seen that great door just outside? My tribe closed it long ago and forbade its opening. Ah, but as far as I can tell, I'm the only member of my tribe still breathing. That means I needn't feel bad about breaking a taboo. As proof of my belief in you, I'll open the door. She did that just by thinking about it. There, the door is open, and you can enter the glade beyond it. Listen closely in there, and you may hear the utterings of bugs long gone. We will do that next episode. That might be like the first thing we do. So, you've collected 300 essence. Yes, I can see the dreams of this old kingdom are starting to cling to you. Very encouraging. You've certainly made my dreary work here more exciting. Being the caretaker of this place hasn't been very stimulating. I shouldn't complain, though. Tending these graves and guiding the wielder. All penitence for old crimes. Certain things have to be kept in balance. Grandma, what did you do? Take this trinket for your efforts, and return with 500 essence. Keep up your tireless work. She gave me the third pale ore. Grandma! Grandma Seer! I love you, Grandma! Ah, 500 essence. You're a master in the making. Well done, well done. I have a small reward for you. Plucked from one of my most precious memories. This charm will bring you and the dream nail closer together still. The secrets of this kingdom won't be able to hide from you any longer. Take it, and return once you have collected 700 essence. More gifts await you. Dream Wielder, so that is a charm. We will go and take a look at that. I think I have it for something. So, you already have 700 essence. I wonder whether the dreamers are watching you as you work. Or even that old king. That lock of theirs. Desperate, but very clever. I wonder how long they thought it could hold. I hold no disdain for them, though. As history goes on, I grow numb to its repetitions. How old are you? Take your gift and continue collecting essence. Once you have 900, come back and visit me. Nice. Vessel fragment. Okay. My, you're almost starting to become a dream yourself. Once you've collected 900 essence, I'll teach you a trick that I've kept hidden for a long time. This kingdom is full of old memories, both beautiful and grotesque. Seek them out, reveal them, and gather essence. I will, Grandma. Thank you. Meanwhile, Seer is just saying stuff. I mean, this is the glade. We're gonna do that next time. But she was talking about the dreamers and the king and a lock they put on something. I mean, cool. Well, we can look at the charm that she gave, which is Dream Wielder. Transient charm created for those who wield the Dream Nail and collect essence. Allows the bearer to charge the Dream Nail faster and collect more soul when striking foes. Because when you Dream Nail enemies, you actually do get soul for that. I don't often get the chance to do that because it does take a second to charge up. But that's again not one that I usually use. But you know, it's cool to have for the collection, and would be useful if I was better at, you know, using the dream nail for gathering essence. Okay, so I just got up, but I guess I didn't really need to. That's gonna be it for today. We explored a brand new place, got a new nail art, started off another side quest with the Grim Troop DLC. Probably be continuing on with that next time to some degree. We can go and check out the flames that are down in, looks like, at the top of City of Tears and in the midst of Green Path. There's not too hard to get to, so you may as well go and try to work those out, and then after that, then we'll go back to Grim in Dirtmouth and see what he has to say when we bring him the 3 flames. Other than that, we are probably going to be heading around to some other places we've been before, and might start to work on another brand new area that we sort of passed through a little bit at one point, but didn't get a map for on the way. So, with that little teaser, that'll be it. So, please look forward to more trials and travails with our new little friend, the Grim Child, who I love very much and who I hope you will come to love as well. Alright, have a good night, everybody.